Good day guys and welcome back to my channel. I'm very sorry that it took me a long time before I continue this series of the video concerning the BMS bike, but today I will continue from where I stopped. And from the previous video we stopped at the frame, but today we're going to be modeling the handle, the fork and the stem. I hope you watch the video all through. So now we continue from there. What we're going to do now is we go into add image and then we open up where we have our reference image. I have my reference image on BMS bike. Sorry, let me enlarge it a little bit. Then we have undo. Here now we have 300, but I prefer to go. You can also go for anyone you like, but as far as this video is concerned, I will use this one. Here now you see we have the reference imaging collide together. That is because we haven't selected the view for this. So here now we select the back view and then the opacity, put it on 7. Yep, we put it on 7. So let's hide everything we have here. We've already hide it, select all and hide it. Then let's go to the back view. This is the back view where we have this. Then as you can see, we have a cursor here, so we can make it come back to the center by pressing Shift X and cursor to center to reset the cursor. So now what we're going to do now is press Shift A. Then we have a cylinder. This cylinder here now, you see, we go into the toolbox. It usually comes in 36, but we have to change it to 16 because this video we don't want to have too much of mesh since we are going to use modifier for subdivision. Then we press rotate and rotate it on 90 degree. Once you do that, you can press Z for wireframe view and go back to edit mode. Then you press X to scale it. See, once you scale it, bring it down here. Oh, it's a little bit small. You scale again to match with the reference image. Then we press S and then we enlarge it on X axis. Is it? Enlarge it again on X axis. So now we have this. We're still going to do the same thing for the top one. Just duplicate it by pressing Shift D to move it up on Z axis. Up. Then we press S on X axis. We scale on X axis. Now what we need to do now is to come up with this curve undo, and to do that we need to go back to object mode and then we press Shift A as to add a mesh. We add a plane, but the plane, this is the plane here. So what you need to do is align to view. But align to view, let's collapse this page again, and let's collapse this page also by pressing N to have one screen. Then what we're going to do is go back into edit mode and then we select 3 vertices and press X to delete the vertices. Now we're left with only one single vertices. Then this vertice we shift it up to this edge. Then we press E to extrude. Extrude here. Then extrude again. Extrude again. Extrude again. To have this curve, and we extrude all the way here. Sorry. Now let's view it if it is on a good So we can select it again to readjust. Yes, I think now is at the middle. So now what we're going to do now is select all. You see how curve is it. So now what we're going to do now is we go back to object mode and press Alt C to convert it to curve. Once you convert to curve, you see something here like a curve. So press Alt C, then convert to curve. So as you can see now we have this curve. Then you go into it and then you see we have 3D. Make sure it is the shape is on 3D. Then the fill we have half, turn it back to full. And then the depth here, we're going to be increasing it until when we have it to full with the reference image. So now keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. I think is okay here. No, let's use 125. I think 125 is okay. Then the resolution, we keep pressing the resolution until we have 16 vertices, and the 16 vertices is going to be 6. It will be 6, but if you want to confirm it, you can confirm it by counting it. You know, the pipes and the cylinder we'll be using, since we are using 16 vertices: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So now we have 16 vertices here. So now let's go back to the back view again. So we have this now. But before we can continue anything, because if we go back into edit mode, we cannot edit this cylinder. Is only the line, which is the curve, we can only edit. So now to edit it, we go back into object mode and press Alt C. By pressing Alt C, no, the first one we convert to mesh, but now we are going to convert the mesh from curve. You see, by pressing it now, you have this. So now we have this, which means if you go back to edit mode, we have access to edit anything we want to change here. And now we have to change it, because as you can see, let's press it to see it. Here is a flat, but here we have it curved. So just select it by holding Alt and select to select all the down. Then we rotate it. We rotate a little bit. Then after rotation, you can bring it down. Then we have to scale it on x-axis a little bit to match with the image. I think it's okay now. Don't need to extrude much. So now what we're going to do is we have to bring something like this here, and to do that we need to mirror it. And to do the mirror, you see, we go to modifier and select mirror. So you see now by we mirror it, it mirror to the second side. Now let's just shift a little bit and see how it look. Wow, it look perfectly okay. You can say it look perfectly okay. It look perfectly okay. Yeah, so let's go back to the back view. And now to continue again, what we're going to do is we need the undo for this. And for the undo here, so as you can see now, we've made it look great. So what we're going to do now is go back to object mode and bring back all the objects we hide by pressing Alt H. So now everything is back. So let's go to side view. Everything is back. Everything is back here. But what we're going to do is we need to move this up here. Pressing. But if we are to move it, you see that we left this one and this one. So we don't need to do that. what we are going to do is select here and select these ones, so that you'll be able to move them all. Then I will press G to move them all the way here. As you can see, the handle is quite big, so what I'm going to do is press X to bring it down a little bit. Yeah, I think it's okay like this, or press X a little bit. Yep, press D again. So now we need to rotate it, but you see, if we are rotating, the rotation is not going normal. So what we are going to do is, that was because the point is at the middle. So now we have to make sure the point will be on this cylinder. And then to do that, we go back to object mode and select this. So now we select this. Then what we're going to do is, let's go to here. Now we say shift X and then cursor to selected. So now we have cursor at the selected object. Then we go back to object mode. By going back to object mode, then we set the origin to 3D cursor. So now the origin we have at the middle, now come back to the 3D cursor. Then we go back to side view. From the side view now, you see once we rotate it, it rotates at the middle. Just want, yeah, that is what we want. So now we can shift it back a little bit, and now you see, if you rotate it, it will rotate at the middle. Yes. So now what we need to do now again is this undo. We need to match with the reference image. Then you press 3 and then go back to edit mode. Select this and go back to edit mode. So you select all of this. Then we go back to the side image and shift it down a little bit. Let's shift it a little bit. Select this also. Shift a little bit. Yes. But hopefully it's not much. Yes, it's not much. So what we're going to do is, as you can see, this place is too long. Just have to shift it back a little bit. Yep, don't need it to be long. Let's leave it like this. Then we go back to the reference image. You see here now we have this undo also, so we have to mod it. It's just something like this. It's something like this. Let me show you. Like the reference image we have is at the reference image. So let me shave it down a little bit and show you what it look like. This is what it look like. Let's go to BMS bike. I think we have the grip. So you see, grip like this. So that's what we're going to do now. And to do that, you can do it very easily. Just select this last view here and then you select this also. But before we continue from that, bring it to front view. You see, here now is not straight. We can just rotate it a little bit. And here also we rotate it a little bit. Hope it's not much. A little bit. Then we select here and here. So now you see, now we select these two. Then we press E to extrude. Once you are to extrude, make sure you select and then deselect. Then you press X. You see, if you press X, it only extrude, not how we want it. But you have to make sure you press Alt S. So once you press Alt S, it will extrude on Y, X, and Z axis. So you see, just leave it like this. Or is it much? Hope it's not much. So don't think it's much. Okay, sorry if it's much. Sorry. Let's go back. I hope it's not much like this. If it's too much, you can just bring it down a little bit. Let me leave it like this. Yes, we have something like this, and anything we change here is going to reflect here. As you can see now, we have it here also. So now what we need to do now is this theme, and this theme is this. So we can just hide this. Let's go to edit mode. We can just hide this, just hide it to do this theme. This is the theme, and then to do this theme, we press Alt and Shift A and add a plane. This is the plane. So make sure you press the T and then align to view. We collapse back. Then by doing that, we shift it down here and then press the tab button to go back to edit mode. So now we need a wireframe to reflect and see what is down there. And then now what we're going to do now is we scale it down. Yeah, so we scale it down. And here we scale it down. Yeah, so we scale it down. Then we select it all. Once we select it, we just rotate a little bit like this. Then once we rotate, we can shift it back again by pressing by double tap G. Then here again, double tap G. Here also double tap G. Sorry, just slightly like this. Here also double tap G. I think here is too high, and here is okay. Then here also we need to double tap to match with the reference image. So now what we're going to do here, now as you can see, there's a separator between here, and you press Ctrl R. Then you bring it down one here, then Ctrl R again, another one here for the separator. Then you press this, and this. Then you press X to delete the face. So you see now we've already separated now. So now what we're going to do is we don't need all of this place. The only thing we need here now is this place. So to do that, we press Ctrl R. Sorry, Ctrl R. Then you shift it down here. Then Ctrl R again. Shift down here. You see now. So now we need to shift this back by pressing this and this. Then you press G twice. See now we move it back. As you can see, we have this very pretty. Then we press the Ctrl R again to add our vertices here, because here go in like this, something like cuff. Here also we did the same thing, but here what we're going to do is, as you can see, we need a straight line here, and what we need to do is press E and then F. The line will be straight. Here now we have a straight line now. So here and here, press X and then delete the vertices. Sorry, X to delete the edges. So now we've already deleted the edges. Then we're going to do the same thing here. Press E, Ctrl R, and extrude all through. Then here again, Ctrl R and extrude all through. Then Ctrl R again to select to be somewhere here. Then you select these two vertices, and then you press X, then delete the edge. So here now we need to move it down. We need to move it back. So now let's select this and press G twice. Then here and here, G twice. Sorry. Press Ctrl R. Leave it at the middle. Then we press here and here, G to move it back a little bit. Then here and here, G. to move it back a little bit. Then here now, as you can see, we need to bring it up a little bit. Just shift it back. Then here, we need it to match with the reference image. Yes, I think we have something like this now. Oh, sorry. Let's leave it down here. So now we have something like this. Then here is a little in. Let's go inside a little bit. So press G. Then here, bring it up a little bit. Then Control R again and bring it back here. So now what we're going to do now is, here we only have a flat plane object. So now we select all and then go to the front view, bring it back. See, bring it back here. Then make sure you press Control. Sorry. Okay, let's continue first. Then now what we're going to do now is we press Extrude and then extrude it all the way here. Yep. So now we extrude it all the way here. Then this middle here, we're going to make it go inside. And to do that, we press E and go in a little bit. So now let me turn it to, as you can see now we have something like this. Yep. It's marked with the reference image. So now let's go back to 3 now. Press this 3 to go back to the side view. And here now you see we have this thing at the, just like a cone. So what we're going to do there is we go back to object mode and select this, then go back to edit mode. So you see now with this, we just press I and make it go in a little bit. And once we press that, then we extrude. Just extrude it in a little bit. See, here is okay. Yep, there is okay. So now you see now we cover it up. But if we need to bring it up, as you can see here, it's just like little, like there's this void, not flat. So what we're going to do is select it and then press G twice to go in like this, and press 3, see, to go up like that. I think it look exactly like the reference image. So now go back to object mode and press Alt H to bring back our undo. Yes, now see the undo here is not that much mark. So let's close it up. Let's go back to edit mode and we select this, sorry, let's hide this again, let's hide it again. Select this, then we select all these devices and then this one, this. So now we shift it in. Again, we are still going to do the same thing here. Yes. So we press G twice. Press the G twice. Now it's not giving us what we want. So to do that, let's just do it like this. Let's shift a little bit, then bring it down like this. Think to work like this. Then here, let's go to extract this wireframe. Then press C. Then select all of these places. Then bring it up a little bit. Bring it back to match. Then press C again. Select all these places. Bring it down and then bring it up just to match it up. Then Z, see how it look. Yes, I think it look perfectly okay now. So now let's go back to object mode, and we press Alt H to bring back. Wow, it look great now, but we still have some space down here. We don't need this space, so what we're going to do is still hide it, pressing the H, and then go back to this. Then we do this, press 3 and the Z for the wireframe, and C. Then we bring it up a little bit and then bring it back. Yep, I think it will look good now. So now let's go back to the object mode and Z, then we press Alt H. Wow, I think now it look okay. It look okay now. Now let's see how it look. Wow, it looks perfectly okay. But before we stop this video, because I think now we're getting up to very high minutes now, so before we stop this, select this, and you see inside here is not bridge. So what we're going to do here is select the outside here and make sure you select the inner one also, and then press W, then press bridge head loop. So the inside now, without us doing it, let me show you what it look like. You see, this is before we did it, but once we did it, it look like this. So now the inside is perfectly okay. So now I think this is where we're going to stop this video, and in the next video we're going to modeling the fact here. It is the down one here as this, and I hope you enjoy this video. Please, if you do, make sure you subscribe, and see you in the next video.